यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जना यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जना यमुनतीरावनचारे यमुनतीरावनचारे जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जना यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जना यमुनतीरा वनचारी यमुनतीरा वनचारी हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada. Jai Gaur Pramanande. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudiraye. Nasta Prayesu Abhadresu Nityam Bhagavatam Sevaya Bhagavate Uttamasloke Bhakti Bhavati Naistikim. Before reciting the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is very meant of conquers, one should offer respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead Narayana, unto Narayana Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and unto Srila Vyasadeva, the author, by regular attendance in classes on Srimad Bhagavatam and by rendering of service unto the pure devotees of the Lord. All that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed, and loving service unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose praise with transcendental song is established as an irrevocable fact. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 29, text to be Adrisam Dristavananse Adrisam Dristavananse Bhutam Swapnavat Anyatam Bhutam Swapnavat Anyatam Bhutam Bhavat Bhavishyasya Bhutam Bhavat Bhavishyasya Sukam Sarvaraho Raham Sukam Sarvaraho Raham Adrisam Dristavananse Bhutam Swapnavat Anyatam Bhutam Bhavat Bhavishyacham Sukdam Sarvaraho Raham Adristam Dristavananse Bhutam Swapnavat Anyatam Bhutam Bhavat Bhavishyacham Sukdam Sarvaraho Raham Adristam, future happiness. Dristavat, like direct experience. Nang said, becomes vanquished. Bhutam, the material existence. Swapnavat, like a dream. Anyata, otherwise. Bhutam, which happened in the past. Bhavat, present. Bhavishyat, future. Ta, also. Suptam, a dream. Sarva, of all. Raha, Raha, the sacred conclusion. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation, everything happening within time, which consists of past, present and future, is merely a dream. That is the secret understanding in all Vedic literature. Purport. Actually, all of material existence is only a dream. There is no question of past, present or future. Persons who are addicted to karma kanda vichara, which means working for future happiness through fruitive activities, are also dreaming. Similarly, past happiness and present happiness are merely dreams. The actual reality is Krishna and service to Krishna, which can save us from the clutches of Maya. For the Lord says in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7, text 14, Mamevaye prapadyante mayam etam tarantite. Those who surrender unto me can easily cross beyond my illusory energy. Thus end the Bhakti Vedanta purport of the 4th canto, 29th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Talks Between Narada and King Prachinabarhi. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjano Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam dadati swapadantikam. Vandeyam Sri Gurun Sri Utapada Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Sri Rupam Sangrajatam Sahagano Raghunathan Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sailam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakan Vitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopisa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrisabhano Sude Devi Pranamame Adipriye Vanchakalpatrubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evecha Patidanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Adristam Drisavanang Se Bhutam Swapnavat Anyada Bhutam Bhavat Bhavisyatya Suktam Sarva Ahoraham. Everything happening within time, which consists of past, present, and future, is merely a dream. That is the sacred understanding in all Vedic literature. So we are coming to these conclusions of this chapter, and very beautifully Prabhupada explains in a very simple way for our understanding. The only reality in this world is Krishna alone and nothing else. Somewhere or other, due to our non-awareness about this reality, it says here that swapna means dreaming. Somewhere or other, the living being are living in the dreaming world. They do not understand this thing because they are not uplifted to the platform of called Turiya. Turiya means you're fully aware of everything happens within and without. The material body is made of 24 elements. In chapter 13, text 6 and 7, the Lord explained Mahabhutani Ahankara Buddhir Avyaktam Evacha Indrayani Dasekamcham Pachentriya Gocharam Icha Dvesa Sukha Dukkha Sangha Etasna Chetana Drita Ita Chetram Samasena Savikaram Udaritam. The material body is made by 5 main elements. There is the earth, water, fire, air, ether, and 5 knowledge acquiring senses. That is the ear, the eyes, the nose, the tongue and skin, and 5 working senses. There is the leg, the anum, the private part, the ends and the voice, and 5 objects of the senses. That is the sound, form, smell, taste and touch. 20. Then 5 subtle elements. There is the mind, intelligence, and false ego. And 1 unmanifested elements are there, 3 modes of material nature. In this way, the material body is made of 24 elements. And it's also explained in the chapter 7, text 4 and 5, that Bhumiyapo Nalalvayo Kamano Buddhir Evacha Ahankara Ityame Bina Prakartir Astada Apareyam Itaswanyam Prakritim vidime padam jivabhuta mahabhavo deha dehinam avjayam. The body is made of gross elements and subtle elements. And within this body is the superior element, Mahabhava. The Turiya, the Atma is seated within this body. And the Atma is observing everything happening within this body. The body has got 4 different stages. One is Jagrata. Another one is Swapna. Third is Susupti. The 4th stage is Turiya. Jagrata means that we are conscious about what is happening around us. Today we have woken up morning and we remember what we did from the time of, woken up, and we more or less would be able to remember for the old days. Even we may not remember totally of single of our activities, but we will be able to basically remember from morning to day till tonight what we have done in our life. This is called Jagrata. But when we sleep, and this awareness, this consciousness is no longer going to be with us, Swapna will be going into a subtle consciousness, will be in the sleeping, in the dreaming stage, where we would have forgotten the daytime activities from the morning till night, what we have done. Then we will have another activities within our mind, dreaming stage, where Prabhupada is explaining here. On the dreaming stage, we've forgotten about the daily activities, and in the dream, we may be having a different sort of activity. But that is also not true, because just like Prabhupada says, like, a man been chased by tiger in the dream and is screaming for help, and suddenly woke up to see there is no tiger, there is no danger. So human beings, somewhere or other, they are subjected to this dreaming stage, is called swapna. And there's another stage is called susupti, that we are in deep sleep. We are not even dreaming stage, not even in the jagrata. In the conscious stage, we have forgotten about our day activities, and we also, not having any dream, but we are in the deep sleep. So we are not conscious about anything in the world. When we are in the deep sleep, that is called susupti. And now come to the real stage, is that turiya, that we are, the turiya, the atma, the soul, is conscious about what we have done in the whole day, what we have heard, what we have dreamt, in the dreaming. And we also, the soul also observed that today I did not have any dream. I was in a deep sleep. So that soul is the reality of human life. And being part and parcel of Krishna, somewhere or other, due to the forgetfulness of Krishna, the soul is pulled into the stage of Jagrata, temporary consciousness. The soul has been put into the Swapna, the dreaming stage, and the soul has been put into the Susupti, deep sleep state. And only way for the souls to come back into the total awareness life, total conscious about in and out, about his life in the world, is only by the remembrance of Krishna. In the chapter 15, text 15, Krishna says, Sarvasya Taham Ridi Sannivisto Matam Smartyar Jnanam Apohanam Cha Vedescha Sarver Aham Eva Vedyo Vedanta Krid Veda Ved Ivachaham. That the Lord is situated in the heart of the living being. From him comes remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. Only by the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, we can be reinstated into our original consciousness in this world, which is Krishna conscious is nothing else. And today we are seeing this subject matter is spoken about the Kala, how the time managing everything, how the time is controlling every living being in this world. So when we read the Bhagavad Gita, we understand there are 5 important subject matter has been spoken in Bhagavad Gita. One is about the Ishvara, the supreme controller. Another subject matter is spoken about the Jiva, the living beings. The third subject matter is about the Prakriti, material nature. The fourth subject matter is about the Kala, the time. The fifth subject matter is about the karma, the activities of the living being. So the first subject matter about Krishna has been spoken in the Bhagavad Gita. The Lord declares the chapter 10 text 8 onward. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matam sarva pravartate iti madhva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvita. The Lord declared that is the cause of all material and spiritual elements in the world. And a person who is intelligent, he engage himself in the service of the Lord. Machita Margata Prana Bodhayanta Parasparam Kadayanta Samam Nityam Tusyanti Cha Ramanti Cha. In the chapter 10, text 9, the devotees take pleasure conversing about the glories of the Lord. And in this way, the happily situated in Krishna consciousness, Tesam Satata Yuktanam Bhajanti Pratipurvakam Dadami Buddhi Yogam Tam Yenamam Upayanti. In the chapter 10, text 10, the Lord explains that He will give, He gives the intelligence for the devotees how they can go back to Him. So in this way, the Lord not only He declared that everything emanates from Him, but that was supported by the many sages in the past. That been said by Arjuna in the chapter 10, text 12 onward, that he says, Param Brahma, Param Dhanam, Pavitram, Paramam Bhavam, Purusam, Sattvatam Divyam, Adi Devam, Ajam Vibhum, Ahusvam Rasaya Sarve, Deva Rishi, Narada Sada, Asito, Devalo Vyasu, Swayam, Saiva Bravasya. That Arjuna says that Param Brahma, you are the Param, you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead, your abode is the Supreme abode. And you are transcendental, Param Brahma, Param Dham, Pavitram, Paramam Bhavam. You are Pavitram, you are the purest in the world. Not only I declare you to be the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but all the sages, Ahusvam Rishi Sarve, Deva Rishi, Narada Sada, Asito, Devalo Vyaso, even Narada Muni, Vyasa, and all the sages also prove Arjuna through not even the demigramam bhuta bhavana bhutesu deva deva jagatpathe, because all of them have appeared after you. So nobody would be able to understand. Only you know about yourself. Then Arjuna says, Kadam vidyam aham yogim tvam sada parichintaya kesu kesu cha bhavesu chintayo Bhagavan Maya. My dear Lord, please kindly tell me how I should worship you, how I should understand you. Please kindly tell me your glories. Antate kadayasyami divya Adhisaya Manasaya Visayan Upasevate. In the chapter 15, text 9, the Lord explained by the flow of the air brings a different aroma. The living entities also take different kinds of this body according to the association of this world. And he attained particular kind of ear, particular kind of eye, particular kind of nose and tongue and skin in this world. Pramantam Sitamvapi Punyanam Lagunan Vitan Vimudanam Pachanti. That means he says that those who are foolish, they won't be able to understand how the living beings are taking birth in this world, how they are leaving the body. But those who are enlightened with knowledge, by attaining the spiritual and transcendental knowledge given by the Lord Himself. This is the position of the Jiva, the living entity. Position of the Krishna. Everything emanates from Him, and intelligent people they worship Him. The nature of the living being is that they are eternally fragmental part and parcel of the Lord. Due to their uncontrolled senses, which include the mind, very hard for their survival, and due to the uncontrolled senses, they are going from one body to another body, different kind of particular kind of knowledge acquiring senses, the ear, the eye, and so on. Now the Prakriti, the material nature also has been there, is here together with us. And the Lord says is that Sattvam Raja Samayati Guna Prakriti Sambhavat Nibanani Mahabhavo Devadeyanam Abhyayan. In the chapter 14, text 5, Krishna explained that the material nature consisting of three modes of material nature, mode of goodness, mode of passionate, mode of ignorance. Material world means is only about three modes of material nature, nothing else. Tatra Sattvam Nirmalatva Prakasakam Anamayam Sukha Sangena Bhananti Jnana Sangena. The mode of goodness is that they are very pure, they are always illuminated by knowledge, and always they seek for the knowledge, and always those who are the mode of goodness, they are very happy all the time. Rajo Ragatmakam Vidde Mohanam Sarvadrit Rajo Ragatmakam Vidde Trishna Sangha Samudbhavam Tannipadnanti Konteya Karma Sangena. Those who are in the mode of Raja Guna, they have got unlimited desire. They are always anchoring and lamentation for the material. Again, anchoring for those things which they don't have for their sense gratification, and they are lamenting when the things are taken away from them. Tamasvamabhyana jampviti mohanam sarvadehinam pramadadasya nidrabe tannipadnanti bharata. Those who are the mode of ignorance, they are madness, they are after the material sense gratification, madness, and they are also ignorant about the presence of the soul. They're very lazy and indolent. Always they make any decision, they put forward, next time we'll think about it. Next time we'll think about it. So in this way, the material nature is, it consists of the three modes of guna. Those are the mode of goodness, they are inclined towards knowledge. Those who are the mode of passion, they incline towards the material desires. Those who are, inclined toward those who are the mode of ignorance, they are inclined, into the ignorant sort of activity. Raja Sama Chabibuya Sadvam Bhavati Bharata Rajasattvam tamasaiva tamasattvam rajastata. The chapter 14, text 10, Krishna said these modes of fluctuating all the time. Sometimes we see somebody doing something, we may say, oh, I cannot believe he has done this thing. Because he was, most of the time he may be activating very nicely. His activities may be very nice. He was, properly acting. And why is properly active? Because, he is, in the mode of goodness. When the mode of passionate takes over, then we say, oh, I didn't believe. I can't believe that, he has got such a anger in himself. And when he is taken over by mode of ignorance, he said, no, I cannot believe this guy is so demoniac. So in this way, the modes of material natures are working very strongly in our life because the material world is made of three modes of material nature. Unless here Prabhupada says here, Daivi Suguna Mama Maya Dhruttaya, Mami Vaya Prapatyante Maya Mitam Dharan. Unless we can surrender unto the Lord. Otherwise, very, very difficult to overcome the three modes of material nature. So in this way, we have to be very understanding, very careful how to deal with these modes of material nature. How to transcend the material nature is very important. So for give an example, the living entities, they are like a fire. And the mode of goodness is like a dry grass. The mode of passionate is like a wet grass, and the water is like a ignorant. So when the fire of the living entities, they fall into the dry grass, the mode of goodness, the fire becomes more better, more stronger, more bigger. When the living being, those who are like a fire, they fall into the mode of passionate, there won't be any fire, they see there will be a lot of smokes. So those who are the more ignorant, they are like a fire, they fall into the water, then everything is finished. They lose the quality of a fire in themselves. In this way, Prabhupada says that devotee should always keep in the association of the Vaishnava, Satam Prasanga Mamavirya Samvido Bhavantari Hitkata Rasayana Kada Satyosana Lasu Apavarga Varitmani Sradarati Adupuvasyati. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 25, Text 25, Kapildev explains that those devotees who are hearing the Srimad Bhagavatam Katha, the glories of the Lord, in the association of the wonderful devotees, he says that they easily develop the faith. Their faith become more stronger in Krishna, and the bhakti become more better, and the door for liberation to come out from the modes of material nature is widely open very easily. And he said, what is the symptom of a good devotee? That we mentioned in the Canto 3, Chapter 25, Text 21, Titikshava Karunika, Surira Sarvadegina, Ajata Santrava Santa Sadhuva Sadhu Bhushana. A person who claims that he is a devotee is very tolerant and is very compassionate and is very friendly to all living beings. His activities are based by the injunction of the scripture. He does not make any enemies in the world. Like Prabhupada says that, I don't have enemy in the world, but sometimes people think that I'm their enemy, but I don't have any enemies. Sadhu doesn't create any enemies in the world because the devotee does not compete with anybody on anything in this world. Because the devotee's goal is nothing about this world. The devotee's goal is Vaikuntha planet, is the Goloka Vrindavan. So his goal is Goloka. So he wanted to complete something in Auckland. He has nothing, no business in Auckland because his journey, his destination, is looking at the Vaikuntha planet of Goloka Vrindavan. So in this way, a devotee doesn't make, enemies around. And devotees don't envious of anybody around because devotee, they understand that due to this envious nature that we've been separated from Krishna. And being a devotee, we should be very loving and very friendly and very equiposed to every living being in the world. Prabhupada says that devotee normally they behave in a different way than the karmi. What the karmi, they do when they see somebody doing more better than them, the karmi wants to finish them off. If somebody doing better than them, so much of enmity, enviousness, they wanted to finish them off. And when they see somebody equal to them, they always feel they're more better than the other person. And somebody is more lower than them, they wanted to dominate, control them. Whereas the devotee, they act in a different way, very spiritual way. When they see somebody doing more better than them, some devotee chanting 32 rounds, the devotee admire them. Oh, they go and speak, Prabhu, please tell me how I also can chant 32 rounds. I'm so impressed about your devotion. True or not? Somebody doing very nice kirtan, we go and congratulate them. Somebody, doing, nice puja, nice cooking. We always, congratulate them and we encourage them. We do not think how to finish them off. Devotee never think that. And when the devotee is somebody equal to them, they make friendship with them and they share, the experiences of Krishna in their life. And when they see somebody lower than them, they become very compassionate. They see how to uplift them, how to help them. In this way, the devotees, do not make any enemies or friends in the world. So a devotee understood they have not come to the world to make any enemies or friends. Devotees are not interested in anything as material because devotee understand they come to the world and because they have, due to, minute, misuse of their minute independence, and they understand now another opportunity is given to me. Nidreham, Atyam, Sulabham, Sudurlabham, Ravam Sukalpam, Guru Dharma. The canto 11, chapter 20, text 17, it mentions that this human body is like a ship crossing over the ocean of repeated birth and death, and the spiritual master is like a good captain, and the teaching of Lord Krishna is like the favorable wind blowing to reach to the destination. So devotee understand everything in this world has been given to me as a platform to revive my Krishna consciousness. For that reason, he is not interested whether he's married or not married. He's not worried about that. Even after married, if they don't have a children, he's not worried about that. Even after marriage, the marriage gone in a different way, he's not interested in that. And whether he makes money or don't make money, anything in the world, the devotees are not really take it serious because they understand the only reason I'm in the material world, only reason all this facility been given to me, whether you take it, wife or children or money or car or anything, all the facility been given to me or taken away from me only for one reason is that how to become a wonderful devotee of the Lord. Our only work in this material world is that how to become a devotee. When Sanatan Goswami met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he said, अपना येता येता किसी नहीं जाने ब्रह्म विहार पंडितो रही सत्य माते. Please tell me who am I? Who am I? Who am I? All the people in the village, they've been glorifying me falsely. They've been glorifying that I am very much educated, that I know many different languages, that I'm very healthy. I'm holding a very big position. But my dear Lord, I do not know who am I? Who am I? Who am I? I don't wish to be born in this world. Why I'm forced to take birth in this world? I don't wish to grow old. I don't wish to become disease. I don't wish to die. Why this force are put upon me? Please tell me who am I? Who am I? Mahaprabhu says, Jivare, Swarupai, Krishna Re, Nityadas, Krishna Re, Tadaka Sakti, Veda Veda Prakash, all the living beings in this world. They are eternally part and parcel. They are servants of Krishna eternally. Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema Chadiya Kabunaya Travanari Chuda Chitte Karaya Udaya. they can re-establish their real position, original position, being the servant of Krishna through hearing and chanting of the holy name. And Mahaprabhu spoke to Sanatana Goswami. Mahaprabhu said, Brahmanda, Brahmita Kona, Bhagyavan Jiva, Guru Krishna Prasade Pai, Bhakti Latta Bija, a very seed of love, devotion, you know. It is there in your heart, can be cultivated by properly hearing the glories of the Lord in the association of the Vaishnavas. Somebody who is fortunate, he gets a spiritual master who can light up the knowledge within themselves. And the seed of bhakti can sprout into a big tree which can reach to the Vaikuntha planet. Malayana Kare says, Bija Aropina Sravana Kirtana Jale Karaite Syatana. Mahaprabhu says that only way to be a good devotee says that, you protect the seed of bhakti within yourself by hearing and chanting in the association of the devotees. So devotees are very important in our life. Without devotees, there is no way we can, make progress in our devotional service. Mahaprabhu told Sanatana Goswami Krishna Bhakti Janma Mula Aya Sadhu Sangha Krishna Prema Janmaten Ho Aya Mukhya Anga. The Mukhya Anga, the important limbs of Bhakti is always to be in the association of the devotees. Mahaprabhu told Sanatana Goswami in the beginning, Bhakti, the seed of Bhakti is planted by the devotees. When the devotees practice very nicely that Bhakti, then attains the prema. Even after attaining the prema, the devotee never give up the association of the Vaishnavas. Because Vaishnavas are not different from the Lord himself. Very importantly, we must understand. The Lord appeared in the world in 6 ways. He appeared himself as Krishna. He has appeared in this world as the Diksha Guru. He has appeared in this world as the Siksha Guru. And he appeared in the Lila avatar. He appeared in the Purusha avatar. And he also appeared in the Sakti Vesh avatar like Srila Prabhupada. And any person who are going in against the Shastra, the Shastra says that anybody who sees Krishna's deities made of stone and wood, they are the residents of the hellish planet. Anybody sees that the spiritual master is an ordinary person, is also residents of the hellish planet. Anybody who sees the Vaishnavas are coming from a different background, different caste, thinking there is a white devotee, there is a black devotee, there is a Bengali devotee, some American devotee. I'm more clever than the Indian devotee. Indian devotee thinks I'm more cultured, I'm more purer than the American devotee. All these things are residents of the hellish planet. You have nothing to do with your bodily concept, nothing to do with the Jagrata stage, conscious stage, or nothing to do with the Swapna, dreaming stage. And you have nothing to do with the Susupti, the deep dream, sleep state. And you have everything to do with the Turiya, Aham Brahmasmi. You are eternally part and parcel of Krishna beyond this bodily designation. So anybody thinks the Vaishnavas are coming from a different caste, also residents of hellish planet. And anybody thinks that the chanting of the holy name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And they think this is a reputation of an ordinary world. They are also residents of the hellish planet. Anybody taking the Charnamrita, the water, Abhishek, the deities, they think it's ordinary water. They also residents of hellish planet. And anybody thinks Krishna is an ordinary person, they also residents of the hellish planet. Anybody who kills a Vaishnava, they commit the greatest aparad, Vaishnava aparad. Anybody who having a ill thinking about Vaishnavas, always thinking bad about the devotees, they are also committing a great Vaishnava aparad. Anybody who is talking bad about devotees, about the devotee, they also committing Vaishnava aparad. Anybody who don't like to see the devotees, they are committing Vaishnava aparad. Anybody who becomes angry upon seeing the devotees, they also commit Vaishnava aparad. Anybody who is not paying obeisances unto the Vaishnavas upon seeing them, they also commit Vaishnava aparad. So we have to be very careful that the material modes of nature are very powerful. So we have understood about the real position of the Supreme Lord. We have understood the real nature of the living entities. We have understood the real nature of the material world. And now Krishna says, I'm the time. In the chapter 11, text 31, Arjuna inquired from Krishna, Akya imeko bhavan mugra rupam namastustu devo vara prasiddha vigyatamichami bhavantam atyam nahi prajanami tava prabhas. He says, my dear Lord, please tell me, you have come in a very gracious, very fearful form. Please tell me, who are you? What is your mission in the world? And the Lord answered in the chapter 11, text 32, Kalosmi loka saikar pravada lokan samahartam iha pravarta rite pitum na bhavishyanti sarve evasita prajanike sriyoda. I am the time. I have come to destroy everything in the world except you Pandavas. Everything else will be destroyed. Tasmanuddhishta yasolabhasva jitva satram bhuktva rajasamritam Maya-vaita nihita puruneva nimitta matram bhavasavyatam. Chapter 11, text 33, Krishna says that I've already killed all these people. I already put them into death. Now be my instrument. Take the glories from me. So the Lord have done everything, just like your mom have put the clothes in the washing machine. And your moms go to the office. From there she calls, the clothes are washed. Can you dry it up? And the son may say that I'm not intent to wash the clothes, but mom said already washed. Your job is only to dry them. So all the work is already been done by Krishna, and our job is to be an instrument. What to be instrument? The instrument is that you follow what Krishna says. In the chapter 18, text 57, Krishna says, Chetata sarva karmani mai sannyasi matparaha buddhi yoga upasita machitam satatam bhavam. Arjuna, you surrender to me always, you depend on me in every of your activities. You be under my protection in all your activities and be conscious of me. Machita sarva durgani mat prasada tarisyasi. Adachetum ahankarana sirosya vinasyasi. If you follow my advice to be always dependent on me, always be under my protection, always conscious of me, you will overcome all the obstacles of life. But if you do not hear me, due to your false ego, he said you will be lost. Tameva saranam gacham sarva bhavena bharata tat prasadam param shanti sitam sotam swapna swaptasya. The Lord continually said, surrender unto me, you will attain the highest happiness and peace of your life. Itite jnanam akyatam goyam goyataramaya. Vimasaivad adechana yadachane sadakuru. He says in the chapter 18, text 63, the Lord says, I've told you the most confidential knowledge for your own betterment. Deliberate on that, you do what you wish to. The Lord is being a very kind Father. He does not arrest you all the time. When we are small, the parents have guided us. When we come to certain age, when there's a time to fly freedom in the world, the parents give us the freedom, okay, you are allowed to go leave the house.
And now how you manage all the education you have got from your family, from your teacher, from everything. It will be tested when we are by ourselves alone in this world. In this way, the Lord has given. So now Krishna said, Dronam cha bhismam cha jayadradam cha karnam tadanyam apiyoda viran. My Lord says in the chapter 11, text 34, he says, my dear Arjun, I've already killed Drona. I've already killed Jayadratha. I've already killed Karna. All the great warriors, they've been already put into death. We just fight for the sake of fighting, nothing else. The time the Kala is non-different from Krishna himself. Now come to the karma. Everything been spoken in Bhagavad Gita, the 5 subject matter, the Iswara, the Jiva, the Prakriti, Kala, all those things are eternal, not changeable. But there is one thing that we have given a freedom to act on, that is our karma. In the chapter 4, text 16, the Lord says, Kim karma, kim akarmeti. Kavayo pyandram mohita tate karma pravakshami. Jadjatva mokshe suva. The Lord says, my dear Arjun, however intelligent a person is, they are bewildered, to understand what is action and how to perform the action properly. Now I tell you this thing, by understanding this thing, you'll be liberated from the world. Karmano yapi bodhavyan, bodhavyan chavi karmana, karmano cha bodhavyan. Gahano karmano gati, chapter 4. Text 17, the Lord explained the intricacies of karma is very difficult to understand. What is karma? What is akarma? What is vikarma? What is action? What is forbidden action? What is, akarma? That action not bringing any reaction. Very difficult for anybody to understand. Then the Lord says that karmani akarmaya pasyan akarmani cha karmaya. He says that a person who sees an inaction in action and action in action is to be understood the real intelligent person and is qualified to enter into the spiritual world. So we have to go very deeper in Krishna consciousness, not shallowly, that we look at things around us and we are attracted, we have been, we put our trust in it, and finally we get, a different kind of disappointment in our life. You have to see inaction in action, action in action. Somebody may be, sitting very quietly, and people may think, oh, this is very nice person, but he may be planning how to, go and throw the bomb in the shopping center. They may be sitting very quietly, but, the mind was going how to destroy this man's life, how to exploit, the other person, how to, so their mind always doing something. But somebody may be running around, they may be very, like we call it like a walkie-talkie, they may be talking so much. But, but he may don't have anything inside him. But somebody may think, he's, too much talking. They may think he's very bad fellow. So Krishna consciousness is more about, your inner development is nothing else. So in this way, Prabhupada says that a devotee should understand these 5 things importantly, or only freedom, independent access we have got to do in this world is only your karma, your action. You don't have access, you don't have freedom to go into any other thing. Everything else is closed door for you. Only one door is open, how to perform your karma, how to perform your activities. For that reason, the Lord has spoken 18 chapters, Bhagavad Gita, 700 verses. But out of the 18 chapters, 700 verses, the essence, there only one message the Lord is bringing for the betterment of the world. Is that the only one message the Lord wants to give to everybody is that Sarva Dharman Parityaja Mamekam Saranam Aham Tvam Sarva Papebhyam Moksaya Srimastaha. The living being wants to do everything else. They want to follow the 18th chapter, 699 verses, but they don't want to follow the one, which is, the only thing Krishna comes to talk to you. Isn't it? The Prabhupada says that, unless here he says that, here Yadama Prapatyante, chapter 740, unless you surrender, Prabhupada give an example. There was a rich man those days, they learned shooting. They got so much money, the guy that buy the gun, and they learn shooting, they take, pigeons with them. So one time, one rich man, he took 3 pigeons, and then a live pigeon, he took out, one from the cage, and then he, left it go. And when the pigeon started to fly, he took the gun and, aim at the pigeon, and the pigeon got shot dead. And he took out another pigeon, he threw it away, and that pigeon trying to fly away, he took the gun, aimed at the pigeon, that pigeon also got shot dead. Prabhupada says the third pigeon is a Hare Krishna pigeon, very intelligent pigeon. He's observing Turiya. He's not, Jagrata, he's not Sopna, he's not Susupti, he's Turiya. Awareness of everything. So that pigeon, the third Hare Krishna pigeon, when he threw it away, that pigeon instead of flying, he came and fall at his feet. So he's not able to put the gun and shoot underneath. So Krishna says, the Prabhupada says, Krishna gives you the freedom to fly. Everybody flying for their own bodily concept of life. The moment devotee fall back at the feet of Krishna, Maya cannot shoot you. Daiva Isuguna Maya. Mama Maya Duratya Mami Vaya Prapatyante Maya Mitam Taratite. So Krishna consciousness is very simple and very easy. Just surrender to Krishna. Don't worry about any other thing happening around, whether it's in the organization, whether it's in the country, whether it's in your relative, whether it's with your friend, anything, because material world means you're going to be duality. Matras pasasu kaunteya sitosna sukudukara agamapa, nitya samtitiksusva bharata. In the chapter 2, text 14, Krishna says, this is a duality world, happiness and distress, gain and loss, everything will be there. All you have to do is that tolerate this difficulty. Prabhupada called it the irritation. Tolerate a little bit on this irritation and focus into your goal of life. Somewhere or other you have to attain the lotus feet of Krishna, and it's only possible you surrender to him. Thank you so much for being here this morning. And anybody has got any questions or any comments, any doubts here today? Yeah, Madam.
My question is it possible that in the association,
Is it possible for you to be physically in the association of the devotees then? Then you are inspired to advance in Krishna consciousness. You are not inspired. That's very possible if you select a Kanishta devotee to be around with. A Kanishta devotee is not interested in, focus is not, his aim is not really Krishna in his life. Sastra Yukta Sunipuna, Drida Sulavan Yadra, Uttama Adhikari say, that the Uttama Adhikari, advanced devotee, is that he is very well versed in the scriptures. He has got all the faith in the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And then he always, he relishes Krishna consciousness. In his presence, he makes others to become a devotee, conscious of Krishna. Uttam Adhikari. Yahare Komalam Srada. He said there are Kanishta Adhikari. Kanishta is that he is not, knowing, understanding about the essence of the scripture, and he hasn't got any faith, and trust in the Supreme Lord. He's always thinking about, selfish interest, that me and me and me. So it's possible that, if you put yourself in the association of a Kanishta Adhikari, a devotee who has no any faith and conscious of Krishna at all the time, your devotee who is always selfish interest about himself. Only when you are surrounded by this kind of devotees, then it's possible that you may not, progress in Krishna consciousness. The best association is that, you are in the association of the advanced devotee. There's a Madhyam devotee, as the middle class devotee. He has got all the faith in Krishna. He is also perform devotional service, but he may not be very expert in explaining the Shastra to others. But he also, Bhagyavan, is very fortunate because he has got that faith in Krishna. So when and you are allowed to make friends with this devotee and you discuss how to help each other. And somebody more lower than you, you avoid that person. So that may not inspire you and it may take you away from the real Krishna consciousness. As I said earlier, Prabhupada says you are like a fire. If the fire falls in the dry grass, a good devotee, it becomes more bigger. If the fire falls on the wet grass, only smokes come. If the fire falls on the water, and it is all gone. So it depends the kind of association you are taking. In the chapter 13 text, 21, 22, 23, Krishna explained कार्य कारण करितृत्वे हेतु प्रकृति उच्यते पुरुषा सुख दुःखान भोक्तृत्व हेतु उच्यते. He says that whatever happens in the material world, the nature state be the cause and effect. But whatever happens in your life, you are suffering or miseries, you are the cause. Then the Lord says that Purusha Prakriti Stoi Bhungte Prakriti Jangunan Karanam Gunasangasya. Sadasar Yoni Janma. So he said that everything good and bad comes into the life of human being through their association. And Prabhupada gave an example. There was two pots were floating in the Ganges River. One is the copper pot, another one is the earthen pot. So they were floating away from each other. So the copper pot, he told the earthen pot, you come close to me, I will protect you. The earthen pot says that, either I come close to you or you come close to me. The damage is only for me. So if you want to advance in Krishna consciousness, you must seek for the association of the advanced devotee. Not to the devotees always who are complaining about Krishna consciousness. A devotee who very happy and peaceful. And Nrsimhadev says, he said Prahlad Maharaj is good and good exemplary devotees. Because in every situation, his only goal was how to be Krishna conscious, that's all. So you have to select the right person as your devotee. Not everybody sitting here coming to the society, they are devotee ready. There are devotee Prabhupada said, there are people who don't come to Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada said, he said they are unfortunate. Those who have come to Krishna consciousness, Prabhupada said they are fortunate. Those who come and left, Prabhupada said they are most unfortunate. So in our present, we have seen there are many have come and gone. Why? There's a reason. Everything there's a reason happens in the world. So you have to take care. That's why Mahaprabhu says, Maliyana Karesai, Bija Arupa. The bhakti is like a seed. It needs a good gardener. And it needs good watering and everything. So he said through in the association of the advanced devotee by singing and dancing, the blossom, the seed of bhakti will blossom a wonderful flower to offer to them. So there's every chances that we may be drift away from Krishna consciousness if we are not focused into our very aim of life, why we have come here. All of us sitting here, we have come to Hare Krishna movement for some reason. When I came to Hare Krishna movement, I was going to the Hindu demigod temple, but I was not learning anything in the Hindu temple. They go there, pray as you like, and come back. Nobody teaches anything. I don't even know there's a scripture in Hindu religion to follow. Then I wanted to, maybe I was working at that time, architect firm, and then all my friends, the Chinese, all are Christian. They say they give me a Bible to read. They bring the brochure, to give it to you. So I was a little bit attracted to that. Because I was seeking for God in my life. So I thought these guys are teaching me, but somewhere else I met a devotee guy, I got Bhagavad Gita from him. So like that, till today, I've seen, and I joined the movement in 1985. Now it's 2024. I've gone through up and down to everything in my life, to be honest with you. There was a time, maybe 15 years ago, I wanted to leave the movement and go because that was my great difficult time. I was diagnosed with cancer. I didn't have the money for medicine. I didn't have a proper place to sleep. And some of my sister, they said, come back to home, you have cancer, all those things. But somewhere or other, in every situation, I always remembered that that only reason I've joined Hare Krishna movement to know God and to love God. All other things I found secondary subject matter. If I meant to come out from this thing, I would come out by any means. So somewhere or other, I used to read a lot of Prabhupada books all the time. Every day, even you ask me, I like reading the book more than chanting. So I get up in the morning, I'll chant 2, 3 rounds, my mind goes back, read something, read something. And sometimes I read, and then I get some realization, take a pen and write. And maybe from morning, 3:30 till 9 o'clock, I'll be sitting and writing. My attraction, for the Prabhupada books was so greater than anything. Somewhere or other, being attached to Prabhupada books, a little bit of chanting, and by the mercy of Vaishnavas, somewhere or other, with all difficulties, I stayed back in the movement, because it's very important you have to understand you must have a right association. Sometimes I was a little bit tripped away because I had a right situation who are not that, advanced in my life. Like you got to smoke, somebody makes it fire, make it more difficult for you. So let us, we go through certain things. Krishna makes you more stronger in every condition that you know, we stay in the movement, we practice, and we are getting also we get more wisdom in our life. That life is nothing else, just like a dream. Prabhupada said, my mother was there one time, she is gone. My father was there, all gone. And I had the youth. When I joined the Hare Krishna movement, I was 21 years old. Today I'm 63 years old. I don't know how I passed more than 40 years in the movement, in this environment. But then, today we think different. Today we think different. There was a time, I thought to leave, but today I see that, the only best thing could happen in your life to become a devotee. But today, because, along with the journey of Krishna consciousness, we met some nice devotees. As I said, 15 years ago, when I was diagnosed with cancer, I went for radiation, within a month, I lost 25 kilo. I don't have, proper person to beside me to give me the right food, right place to sleep and everything. And then I thought, then I went to South India. Maybe, I should change a bit of environment. I was staying in one of the temple, they also don't bother. I was on the floor. The place was very dusty. And one of my friend, I preached to them long ago. They are business people. He and his wife came to South India. They saw me. I'm lying down on the floor. They said, Prabhu, you are cancer patient. You shouldn't be like that. You come to my place. I will take care of you. Then they gave me an apartment. There's a time I was thinking whether to. No, I honestly, I tell you, 15 years, I already bought a white dhoti. I thought I changed. I have to get a part-time job. I have to get the money to buy medicine. Importantly, I have to, see that, protect myself. And then, then I bought all those things. I came to his place. And suddenly one of his friends from Vrindavan, he called me up. He doesn't know I'm going through this difficulty. He said, oh, you didn't come to Vrindavan for a long time. Radharan is looking for you. So I thought, before this, go to Vrindavan and have a last, stay in Vrindavan and come back. So I went to Vrindavan. I stayed for 3 months. Everything changed. So that is the blessing of the Dham, the potency, and the blessing of Radharani. So there's a time I came in more strongly, and then I didn't thought of living in anything. So today I'm inside or outside, anywhere I always be a devotee because somewhere or other, we have, gained by, being in the Prabhupada movement and in Krishna consciousness. So always try to keep a good friend, good circle, good association. Otherwise, even you are in the temple, even you are, seems to be externally you may be practicing, but internally your faith can be, shaken by, Kanista neophyte association. So you have to keep a good association with you. Anything else? Thank you, Rama. Thank you very much. So it's 8:45. Thank you so much for being here today. Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Nitai Gaura Pramanande. Jai Srila Prabhupada.